Who's hijacking your time? Is it your clients, your family, social media? Think about that. And is it their place to decide how your time is spent? No, it's yours. So why do you give your time away so freely and resent the fact that your time is not your own and wonder why you're feeling exhausted and burnt out? If this feels uncomfortably familiar, then this episode is especially for you. Hi, I'm Libby Knight, and I've helped hundreds of small business owners and entrepreneurs to break through their limiting beliefs and take their business to new heights. Together we design their business their way. We start with mindset and build on the strategy, using my years of experience in sales, marketing, product development and more. If you're ready to elevate yourself and your business, then keep listening. This is the Elevate Your Small Business podcast. Imagine this. You're ready to start your well-planned out day. You've got your coffee, the laptop's fired up, and you know exactly what you're going to accomplish today. You're feeling empowered and ready to get a task done that's really important to you and your business. New sales, here I come. And the phone starts ringing. And it's a family member or your favourite client. Talk about timing. And you can't not pick up, right? So you answer, and the voice on the other end says, "Could you just do me a really big favour?" Your heart sinks and the frustration starts to kick in before you've even heard what the favour is. The bars of the cage start to close in and you feel trapped. You close your eyes, heave a big sigh and agree. Because you're a good person, right? And you love to help others, and saying yes is the right thing to do. You're now feeling disempowered and angry and stressed. Your day has been taken over and your time has been stolen. So, question, who's responsible for how you're feeling at that moment? Is it the person on the other end of the phone who phoned you in good faith, who knows that you're always there to help, and that you've said yes to so many times before? Or is it your responsibility? Who had the choice to pick up or not? Who hadn't set up any boundaries for those people around you to understand, to set expectations of what was acceptable or not, of when you are available to be contacted? Who doesn't convey to others that this isn't a little business or a hobby, that it's your passion and a real business, that even though you work at home, your work hours should be treated and respected the same as if you were working elsewhere? And who's responsible for when the favour is carried out? Did you specify a time that worked for you, or did you say yes and presume that they meant right away, even though those words were never said? This is tough love, and I'm being a bit brutal right now. And I'm not doing this to make you feel bad. I'm doing it to help you to see your part in this so that you don't give away your power. The key word here is responsibility. Your time is your personal responsibility, and you can take responsibility for your life and your time when you create change from within. And self-awareness is where change begins. So, question, in this scenario that we've been talking about, is it the reality of the situation that is causing your stress, or is it your perception of the situation? Is it the meaning that your mind has come up with about what others are doing and what that means about what they think about you? Are you creating a story in your mind? How elaborate does this story get? How does it make you feel? Is it feeding your unhelpful beliefs about yourself, about how things really are, about what's possible for you? Are you distorting the basic facts and elaborating them? Are you self-sabotaging over what's really quite an innocuous event? Somebody just asked for help. Where else does this happen in your life? When you're stuck in traffic? Does that make you feel like you're having a bad day, when in fact it's just 10-minute delay? So what's really going on here? And how could you deal with challenges differently? How could you think and behave differently and therefore avoid the negative feelings that put you into an unresourceful state? How would that change the way you view your time, your day, and your life? Can you connect these thoughts and behaviour patterns with your existing beliefs, the ones you've carried around for years? For example, did this example prove that you don't have the time to work on your business, or that you're overworked, or no one respects your time? You can make it mean any number of things. That's completely within your power. So, choosing not to make it mean any of these things is also a choice. Instead, you could take full responsibility for how you respond in that moment. And if you don't drop everything to help in that moment, at that request, you can also choose what that means. You can choose to see it as selfish and self-centered, or you can choose to see it as measured and professional. So, what do you choose? This really comes down to the state that you choose to be in. So if you want to look at things with an optimistic lens, then choose to be in a state of optimism. The state that you choose determines the life you live. So every day you can determine, what state will I be in today? How am I going to approach my work? How am I going to approach my relationships? How am I going to approach my well-being? Choosing your state is such a powerful way to start every day. So to sum up, you can prevent your time from being hijacked by setting boundaries and taking responsibility for how you interpret situations as they arise. And how is this going to impact you long term? You're going to be less stressed, you're going to be less overwhelmed, and it could ultimately help you to avoid burnout. So, next time a situation arises that causes your adrenaline to rush and your heart to beat faster and that sense of impending doom comes over you, put your hand on your heart and ask yourself, how do I want to feel about this? What does this actually mean for me? How can I deal with this situation in a way that is aligned with my values but keeps me safe? How can I deal with this situation in a way that aligns with my identity and who I really am? Because sometimes that's where the incongruence arises, is because the way we are behaving and thinking is not who we truly are. It's a habit. It's behaviours and thoughts and beliefs that pop up so fast. And what happens is that we end up feeling bad. We end up feeling that we are not being our true selves because we're trapped in these cycles of habits, in these immediate reactions. So your task is to notice not where your time is being hijacked, because in reality it's about where you are allowing your time to be stolen. It's not down to the other person, it's about taking that full responsibility, because it's up to us to protect our own time, because it's ours and it's precious. Of course, we can't get it back. Once it's gone, it's gone. So we need to put those boundaries in place so that we are automatically preserving our time, valuing it, respecting it, and using it to the fullest, because we want to leverage it and make it work hard for us. Not to make it feel hard, but to make it full with value. So notice where that's happening for you. Notice your reactions to it, your thoughts, your beliefs, your behaviours, and think, how would I like to be instead? And that's a great place to start. So I will see you on the next episode of the Elevate Your Small Business podcast. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Elevate Your Small Business podcast. Feel free to share it if you know someone who needs to hear it today, and if you enjoyed it, I'd be so grateful if you could write a review so that more small business owners can benefit.
You can find out more about me and what I do at libby-knight.com. The world needs more mission-led, independent businesses just like yours. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode.
If you're juggling the demands of a service-based business helping your clients and all the other demands of life, then you're probably feeling pretty short of time. So this is just for you. I have a brand new course that helps you to save a minimum of an hour every day. And what would you do with that extra hour? And how would that accumulate over a year? Would you make more money? Would you be more present with your family? Would you have more me time and prevent the burnout? Whatever you choose to do with that extra hour a day, we know that it's not just about what you do, but how you think. So this course is going to start with those quick wins of gaining you back some time, plugging the leaks, putting in the boundaries, but it's also going to help you to instill new beliefs that will allow you to make different choices. Because this is not just about quick wins, as good as they are, it's about long-term change and changing your life. So if this is something that you would like to know more about, then have a look in the show notes and find the link to the Save an Hour Every Day course.